Good evening. We find ourselves back in the Earth Temple. I feel like my stick drift has gotten a bit worse, given that I'm not actually holding down right on the camera stick. So I'll just be holding down left instead. Okay, so as it turns out, I didn't actually find a second warp pod. So we're probably not that far in. Okay, Medley is over here. Yeah, this feels like where we left off last time. None of that. You are not cool enough to touch me. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to do anything about that until the statue on top is gone. Incidentally, you are not cool enough to touch is... I'm not sure if it was like a really bad machine translation or if it was a meme translation, but it's from a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure chapter that was not accurately translated. Like, specifically, it's like where Jonathan is going to punch Dio and he like catches Jonathan's wrist and he's like, you are not cool enough to touch things. And like the line is supposed to be along the lines of, how dare you lay hands on me? But it's very funny in any case. You are not cool enough to touch things. You're approaching me? Yeah, that was part 3, yeah, this was from part 1. Also, I find it kind of funny that I made it as far as this, and I was one step away from unlocking it when I called it last time. It doesn't amount to that much of a delay, it's just kind of funny. Ow, my face. I'm trying to think if I've ever done like a block pushing puzzle that like didn't feel really tedious. Ironically, the ones that come to mind are puzzles with like ice blocks on them. Where like you shove it once and it goes all the way to where it goes. Ariel, do not worry about straying away from Medley in the depths of the temple. Just relax and open your map. It'll show you her location as well, so you can easily confirm her whereabouts. Good to know. Oh, wait, no. Oh. I appear to have burst into flames. head in the bird child. I'm just putting her in a safe place. Now I gotta remember how to fight Pose. I know that if you like hit them with light, it exposes them. Or like it makes them manifest, rather. Oh no, I've been possessed. This is definitely what people look like when they've been possessed. That's probably not the correct way to defeat Pose, but like, let them possess you, but then like the experience is so unsettling that they just like unpossess you and go to heaven. Is definitely certainly a way to do things. Oh, there was light up here. Whoops. Can't use it to break the thing underneath it without the mirror shield. I only had to do one, but like, the completionist in me wouldn't have been happy if I hadn't done that. It's like there are statues that I could disintegrate, but I didn't. Never enough joy pendants. I don't have a key, so I guess I go this way. Into the Thunderdome. No screaming for you. None of that. Ooh, a key. If I ever get sealed away in a coffin for thousands of years, and then I get released and the first thing that I see is somebody who's like probably the one who got me out, I might be inclined to chew on them. Hard to say without going through it, and I'd rather not try. This is mine now. Looking at the symbol over the door, this is probably the room I get the mirror shield in. sure what I expected that to accomplish, honestly. You got the mirror shield. Its shiny surface reflects beams of light. Holds ZR to shield. Yeah. That's just usage instructions. I really like how the mirror shield looks in this game. And now I can also redirect beams of light. Something that's always kind of bugged me, especially at this point in the game. It's like, so I got my original sword from Orca, and I got my original shield from Grandma. I have now replaced them both. Why can't I bring them back to Outset Island and return them with gratitude? Like, thank you for letting me use these. But I don't need them anymore, so here you go. You can have them back. Like, I wouldn't even need a reward for it, I just feel like it would be the polite thing to do. I can totally get this angle from here. The hardest part will be keeping the stick straight, keeping the stick steady. It's so jittery. There we go. You know, definitely would have been easier to use this one. Oh well. And we're back where we started. Except now we are stronger. And by we're stronger, I mean more like I decided to bring a hand mirror. Which is honestly just like a useful thing to bring in general if you're an adventurer, I think. Like, Like, there's a list of small mundane objects that are just not hard to come by, not suspicious to own, and actually genuinely really useful on adventures. You don't see much use for heroes to have hand mirrors. Inspecting your appearance, looking around corners. Like you just like peek ahead like this instead of having to stick your head out. Doing like light signals to other people on your team. Wasn't there like a way to deal with these things? I could have sworn that they were vulnerable to something. They're almost certainly weak to light arrows, but like, what isn't? Let's see what's over here. Oh no, it's nothing. Or is it? You got the Earth Tingle statue. It's cool and damp and smells like mold. It'll be waiting for you on Tingle Island. That reminds me, I gotta close my window. Sorry if there is any weird noise in the background. Loud clicking around the mic. Yeah, that might have been the curtain flapping against the wall. My apologies. I try to be better about that. Concuss the bird child. Heck yeah, first try. Sips hot chocolate smugly. I really need to go out and get the other brand of hot chocolate. This thing feels like I took cake mix, watered it down, and then just started drinking it. It's just way too sweet. Get disintegrated, nerd. Also get disintegrated, nerd. Also get disintegrated, nerd. rotate it. Okay, bringing Medley into that can't really end well, I think. So I'll just make a break for it. Oh no. I think this is just a treasure chart. Nope, small key. I had mentally sorted that one under unexciting. I'm a very powerful child. Admittedly, mostly because of the power bracelets. But at the same time, like, I am. It's always a joy pendant, isn't it? Like, I was expecting like a rupee or something. Anyway, that'll help us later. I wonder if I just use Medley's, like, beak nose to open that thing, like a lockpick. Well, I'm not sure how to explain this. I think that the light that I reflect off of my instrument can be redirected using your shield, Ariel. Do you think that this could prove useful? I hope you're not offended by my suggestions, I just want to be helpful. If you had waited like 3 minutes, Medley, giving me time to like actually clear the enemies out of this room and try the puzzle myself before solving it for me, I would have appreciated that a lot more. Fun fact, whenever there's a moment like that in the game, it is because too many playtesters spent too long stuck on a puzzle. Like, just about every single time, that's gonna be the reason why. You can never have enough rubies. Unless you have 5,000, in which case you've got enough. so really I shouldn't say never. More coffins. I remember watching a randomizer for this game, and the streamer was like really excited to get into this room because like everything that's like in a coffin counted as a randomizable thing for them. And like this is where they found the light arrows, I think it was. Red Ruby, love to see it. I don't know why, but I kind of get more excited by yellow rupees than I do by red rupees. Even though red rupees are worth twice as much. I think it's just the relative rarity of yellow rupees. Like, it's not an exciting value, it's just more like, oh hey, this is something I don't see every day. Like, red is kind of like the first actually useful denomination, so like it's more common as a reward. Yeah. But yellows you only really find is like drops in weird places. I kind of feel like we might not need the sage to break that open if I just hit it with my aerial chop. It's like a karate move. We haven't tried it, so you can't say I couldn't do it. There's the boss, which we can fight once we have the key. Concuss the bird child. There's some fun trivia about this boss, but it makes me kind of sad because it concerns a thing that existed in the original game that they got rid of in the HD version for no good reason. But I'll bring it up when I actually fight the boss. I like how the ceiling here is kind of overgrown. I'll just put Medley up here for safekeeping. You can just take you can just take birds home with you. Nobody can stop you. do appreciate that they helpfully put down harp symbols wherever you're supposed to, like, direct a thing with Medley. Like, on the one hand, it makes the puzzles really easy. On the other hand, I don't know if my brain could handle this if it wasn't. I really feel like I'm not quite firing on as many cylinders as I used to be. We can annihilate this thing while we're at it. If you ever want a girl to stop following you, just pick her up and throw her to the ground. Guaranteed works every time. I find it kind of interesting that these things all have like a scorpion aesthetic. But like, that was more the aesthetic of the first boss, not this one. Kind of makes me wonder what the plan was during development. Did not mean to release control. Whoops. Yeah, given that you need 20 to get the Triforce, I guess it makes sense that, like, they give you so many of them. I want to try and hit the mirror from here, which I think will annihilate all three of the other things at once. It's so finicky. Like, jitters so much. There we go. I put more effort into doing it the cheeky way than I would have just doing it normally. Alright. Fun fact, human muscles are incapable of pushing. The only thing that human muscles can do is pull. You might be thinking to yourself, but like, I've pushed something in my life. Like, look, our main character is pushing something right now. But like on a muscular level, all of that is accomplished by pulling. Like generally, if you're like gonna push something, you like stretch your arm like that, but that's actually engaging the muscles in the upper part of your arm to pull it tight and like move the arm outward. That's kind of fun. The room is flooded with light, so everything just breaks automatically. I have never seen this happen. What? I did not know I could bisect them like that. Yeah, I guess it must be regular spin attacks on them. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Oh, that's really nice attention to detail. I knew there was one of these in this dungeon somewhere. Instead of hunting her down, I'll just have her come to me. Ooh, Darknet. I'm gonna steal your belt. This complicates things. Like I said, I think that there's something that they're weak to. Like, it's either Digaleaf or Skullhammer, I think. I'm pretty sure Light Arrow messes with them, but I don't have that here. Let's take a leaf. Like the one thing I hadn't tried. Focusing on the least problematic enemy. I was trying to target the other two, but it kept going onto the Dark Knight. This is mine now. Alright, boss key time. I think technically I don't need Medley for anything now. Like, I don't think I need her to finish the dungeon. But I'm gonna bring her with me just in case. Because I'm not confident about that. Okay, no, I don't bring Medley with me. So stay outside. It took me way too long as a child to realize that those were his cheeks and not his eyes. Like, they didn't look like eyes, but like, there's a difference between them looking like eyes and you, like, thinking that they are its eyes. Also, incidentally, this boss fight is, like, the one place I found where the Great Spin attack is actually useful. It's like, it's this boss fight and only this boss fight is where it's useful. Also, so like the fun fact I was gonna bring up, the light arrows can instantly stun this boss. Like, it's not a glitch or anything, it's like explicitly programmed so that like the light arrows instantly put it into its vulnerable phase. But like during normal progression, you don't fight it with the light arrows. And during the rematch in Ganon's Tower, you fight it before getting the light arrows, so even during the rematch you don't have the light arrows. So the only time that this would ever come up would be if you fought it, refought it, got the light arrows, and then refought it again just for fun. But then in HD, for some reason, they patched that out, so you can't do that in HD. And it's like, why? Like, it's probably a behavior from an earlier incarnation of the game. But like, why not just let it be there as a curiosity? Why get rid of it? Art container, +1 life, love to see it. Just stab the ground. The prayers of the Earth Sage have restored the Master Sword's former energy. There is but one last step before it becomes the true Master Sword once again. Ariel, the power to repel evil is not yet fully awakened. To complete the awakening of the Master Sword, you must go to the Wind Temple for one more prayer. Now, Ariel, step into the light beyond you and return to the surface. Your next duty is to find the Sage of the Wind Temple. I will remain here and continue to pray. You must hurry. And Ariel, about Prince Kamali, please watch over him for me. I've been playing too much Monster Hunter. My first thought was equip my capture net, grab these crabs. Those are free guild points right there. Okay, so the logical next step is to go back to Outset and actually finish the Cave of Ordeals now that I got the Mirror Shield. I demand blood. How many Knight's Crests am I up to? Not enough. Oh well, I should get some more during the labyrinth. That said, I think what I'll do is I'll go up to the entrance of the labyrinth, and then I'll take tonight's 5-minute break. I feel bad for whoever has to keep repairing that sign and replanting those trees. I feel like they could save us both a lot of effort if they just, like, put, like, a latching gate there. That was not the Wind's Requiem. That's better. I kind of really want to aim for that hole. I don't think it actually works, but I kind of want to do it. Anyway, 5-minute break. Please use this time to refill your beverage, go to the bathroom, anything that would take you approximately 5 minutes. I'll see you in about that much time. return. And then I immediately fall down a hole. Except this time it's on purpose. So you're like Jindohad was demolishing you? If you have trouble with that boss in the future, specifically the ultimate you can just fast travel away from. And like all of his arenas have a bunch of stuff that you can drop on him to do a shit ton of damage. Pardon my French. Full to zero combat. Have you upgraded your armor recently? Link will be like, I saw this move in Final Fantasy. Check it out. Just dragoons the centipedes of the submissions. Back to Kiva Trials? Yes, I beat the Earth Temple. I have the Mirror Shield. And I'm pretty sure that's all I need to unlock the final bit. If not, I'm gonna be a little bit pouty. I mean, it's not that hard to clear even, so like, worst case scenario, I just do it a third time. Like, especially with the Master Sword upgrades. Honestly, the Golden Feathers are really pretty. I can see why they are wanted. I wonder what Choo Choo's feed off of. It's like sitting around in this thing, waiting for like the gods know how long, waiting for somebody to come in and then drop on them. Doesn't seem like an entirely reasonable way to like sustainably feed yourself. Get one-shotted, nerds. You know, I wonder how a speedrunner would handle this place. Beyond just skipping it. Like, I feel like they'd find a way to clip through the fire. Like, in every room there'd be like a route that you could take so that, like, the enemy, like, shoves you through the fire. One thing that I really want to do is, when I get around to making my own games, is adding in cheeky little things for people who try to, like, do typical speedrun shenanigans. Like, not necessarily to ruin their fun, but more to be like, hey, here's something you'll only encounter if you find a way to break things. Like, if you somehow open this door while it's supposed to be locked, you just walk into a room with, like, a developer who asks you how you did it. challenge just becomes, how do we speed things up, how do we skip things without triggering failsafes? Like, as long as I'm not, like, ruining existing speedrun routes after launch, I don't think that there's anything bad with that. So, something fun that I learned after playing Oracle of Seasons. So like the final boss of that game essentially has a shield that orbits him, and if you hit it with your sword, it electrocutes you. And like the purpose of that fight, or rather like the puzzle of that fight, is to try and find a way around that shield. But there's actually a ring in that game that makes you immune to electrical damage, and if you equip that ring, you can just cleave straight through the shield with no concern for it. Which I think is very funny. Unfortunately, I did not know that going into the boss fight, so I had to do it the normal person way. I've got a sore spot on the bottom of the side of my tongue where I bit it the other day. It's really not fun. Good old gold Dark Knight. Or Dark Knight. Dark Knight would be way cooler, honestly. Let me do the overhead parry. I want your belt. I did it a second time. Alright, round 2. Let's go. Do not gnaw on the child. Just looking at me like, what the heck? You gotta keep going through my pockets? What's this about? Yeah, if I want to get screamed at, I just go back to 3 jobs ago. I feel that. Enjoy being petrified. We're just gonna hang out here while your friends get closer. Ow, Bonk, my Bonk. What have I done to deserve this? Crimes against statues. Leaving a statue there and like not touching it is like the opposite of a crime. In fact, usually that's the only way to not do a crime against a statue. Very few statues have signs up that say please touch the statue. I just had a really dumb idea for an April Fool's joke or similar. The idea was basically you're like, you find a game called something along the lines of like Medusa's Lair, and then like you progress it to the point where like Medusa's on screen, and then you're like, new statue VTuber debut, and then the entire stream is just you standing there as a statue, doing nothing while Medusa's on screen. It's dumb, but it entertains me. Dumb, but it entertains me is my brand. Harsh, but probably true. You know, I think I was saying that back in, like, my first submarine encounter. Moblins in this game are really, really strong if they can punch you clean across a room. Like, that takes serious strength. Also, it's less of a joke, but more of another idea that I've had, but may as well bring it up. Especially since I'm playing Wind Waker, which is like the closest game to it. So, a game that I really like, but I've played through a couple of times before, is Okami. A spectacular game, highly recommend it. And I kind of want to play through it on stream. The problem is, it's a fairly linear game. So, like, if I just played through it normally, I'd probably get bored. Like, it being on stream would, like, make it more entertaining because then it'd be more of like a let me show you this cool thing that I like vibe. But I had the idea, what if I played through the game in Japanese? Like, actually just straight up played the game in Japanese. Because something that I've been trying to do for a while is, like, learn Japanese. And something that, like, might make it more entertaining, at least for me, is if the game is in Japanese and, like, I have to translate everything on the fly. Time to polish my voice acting. I mean, I wouldn't need to voice act, I just need to know Japanese. Yeah, like, it gives me a bunch of trial by fire training, it gives me, like, a fun way to, like, present the game. Like, somebody walks up and is like, "Watashi wa kitsune?" And I'm just like, ah, this person wants to be patted on the head. Yeah, like, trial by fire is, like, the best way to learn a new language. Like, the only problem is I'd have to get, like, at least conversationally competent. And I'm actually fairly out of practice with Japanese. I think the last time I really practiced would have been, like, in September. So it's been a while. His eyes were closed like I sleep. hand, lots of money is cool. On the other hand, that doesn't leave much healing. That was really satisfying. I wonder if Skullhammer would electrocute me. Yes, the answer is yes. Not gonna lie, I'm really pleased that that worked as well as it did. I appear to be on fire. Now, from a certain point of view, my health is low. From another point of view, I've got 4 times as much health as I need. Did I ever get back my parents? Good question. Now, from a certain point of view, my health is extremely low. However, from another point of view, my health is I have exactly as much health as I need. But to answer your question, yes, I did get my fairies back. I also have soup. I just wanted to make you sweat a little. Also, I like how Grandma's love is technically even more powerful than the God's blessing. It's not that it's stronger, it's that it's multiplicative. That makes it stronger. Thanks, love. I think the final encounter is 3 Dark Nuts, and if I steal all 3 of their belts, I'll have exactly 20. I was mistaken. I would like to target the Wizrobe, please. Thank you. I need 10. I thought I needed 20. Ah, nice one, idiot. Bold of you to fight me in my home terrain. You merely adopted the explosions. I was born in them, molded by them. Here's the encounter I was thinking of. These Dark Nuts are so cool. Dark Nuts, whatever. I actually meant to pronounce Dark Nut, but I said Dark Knight. Idea. I was like, where's the magic armor? It's like I was saying in Tower of Gods, you could just cleave straight through their armor if you hit it enough times. Was this worth it? Absolutely not. Was it funny? Yes. I defeated the Cave of Ordeals with the power of capitalism. And grave robbing. Which are basically the same thing if you think about it. Here we are, the final reward. You got the Hero's Charm. This mystical trinket gives you the ability to see the life force of your foes. Touch its icon on the item screen to equip it. Congratulations, I don't have a use for this. I still got the Earth Temple. That said, I don't like how it looks. Let's top off and then get some more soup. Surely there's a mod to turn into a DBZ scouter. If I were to mod the game, which I definitely wouldn't do, I would probably turn it into a kitsune mask. But like on the side of the head, not like occluding the face. Hi Grandma. Ariel. Aren't you hungry? Would you like Grandma to fill your bottle with some of her soup? Yes. You're such a well-mannered girl. Here you go. Incidentally, I did earlier find the tools that one would use to make mods for this game, so conceivably that could be made to happen. I'm saving my game just in case this mailbox glitches out my item screen again. Good morning. We have one letter. Here's your letter. Dear Ariel, I recently received some golden feathers from my boyfriend who mentioned you. I'm something of a bird enthusiast, so I know how hard it must have been to get all those feathers. Is that why she's dating a Rito? I want you to be as happy as we are, Ariel, so I'm sending you this heart as a token of our affection. Cool, nothing bugged. I should probably go get those 3 Triforce charts deciphered. I just realized, in this game, fast travel is literally via getting rotated. It's kind of dumb to look at it that way, but I love it. Wait, don't I also have somebody's like letter? I should post that. No. Kachunk Power. This post box is near Dragon Roost Island. Postage is only 5 rupees. Sure. Your parcel has been accepted for delivery. Thank you for using the postal service. We appreciate your business. Then we got another Tinkle statue here. Think. A slightly creepy tower. Heave ho. This is heavy. This is just between you and me. But this guy has another brother. If that guy could just come spin this thing instead of me. Heave ho. Thank you for the gift. I know that Tingle statues are quite hard to come by. It's not much, but please, take this. You get 50 rupees per statue. Nice. I know what my big brother is like, but please play with him again soon, otherwise he gets out of sorts. Evo. Oh, Miss Fairy, I have been longing to see you, ma'am. What should we play? What do you want to play? What? You're not here to play. That fragrant, musty scent. Miss, you have found a chart. Splendid, splendid. Show me, show me. Why, you can't read that chart in its current state. Impossible, ma'am. Would you like me to decipher it for you? For 398 rupees? Sure. I think that's cheaper than vanilla. Become readable. Would you like me to decipher another? Yes. Yeah, in the first game, or rather in the original release, without at least one wallet upgrade, you literally could not hold enough money to pay Tingle. Ah, Miss Fairy, you must try very hard to find treasure. When you open this chart, where the treasure is will shine forth. True, they do kind of like lead you by the nose to where the fairy fountain is on your home island. Okay, that's Great Fish Isle. I want to grab these while I'm thinking of them. Normally for treasure, I just grab it if I happen to come across it. But the Triforce pieces aren't optional, so... I find it kind of funny that Ganondorf came here to cause all this damage and then just like failed to notice a piece of the Triforce right there. Like, you'd think that he'd be able to pick up on that, especially because he's got a Triforce Raider on his hand. You got a Triforce Shard, now you only need 5 more. That I don't necessarily recognize. That I also don't necessarily recognize. I should probably go to Northern Fairy Island anyway. I think that's one of the ones that I couldn't get to before. I think it was like Northern and Southern Fairy Island that I couldn't open. Get down here, hand. My hand keeps getting stuck up like that. Maybe it's because my leg is here. Wait, no, it's on the wrong side entirely. Huh. In hindsight, there was oh, hey. I was gonna say in hindsight it was probably faster to like warp closer, but Heck yeah, money. Good old money. I think the most amount of money that I ever found randomly on the ground was $5. But like, that was because I saw somebody accidentally drop it out of their pocket as they were leaving a store. So rather than keeping it, I grabbed it and I ran after them. Good evening. We have one letter for you. This parcel has been sent cash on delivery. Postage due 10 rupees. Sure. Yo, how you been, woman? I gotta tell you, you really helped me out back there at the mail center. I appreciate it. I've been trying real hard ever since then, but my postman skills are still weak. I just can't seem to hit 22 letters. I doubt I'll ever be as good as you, woman. So anyway, I've been hearing all kinds of crazy tales about you and just figured I had to write you a letter. It sounds like you're doing some pretty amazing stuff, man. You're great. You're awesome. You're the woman. You can probably tell that I had no idea what to write, but hey, I figured that the least I could do would be to send you a letter of encouragement. So, yay, woman, yay, go, woman, go, go, go. Never give up, never lose hope. And while I don't make much, I'm sending you the wages I've earned lately. Just doing my part. Hope it helps. Really sorry I had to send this COD, but I guess that's the price of fame. Take care. Thanks again, boss. From Baito. Did that mess with my... No, it didn't. Good. Yeah, just about anything would have been less clunky than what they went with. Fun fact, Baito is Japanese for part-time job. That's an oof. It's like I was thinking the other day, imagine like being named in such a way that like your career is just fixed. It's like, oh, what's your name? I'm Kashira. Oh. I'm sorry to hear that. Most of us are. Most people are named after like... I'm not talking like your family name, I'm talking like your given name. Fun name fact. The name Ariel was actually a masculine name up until the 1980s. And then the Little Mermaid came out and was just like, hey, guess what? This is now a girly princess name, have fun with that. In some other countries, it is still considered a masculine name. Okay, this is a fairy fountain I haven't been to before. And this should give me a quiver upgrade. Knees are overrated? I mean, I don't think knees are overrated. They're important for, like, designating, you know, who you're talking to. You can't just go around saying, hey, you, all the time. Pikachu? I might do Hey You, Pikachu. I could. From what I've heard, Hey You Pikachu, where like the voice recognition was like notoriously bad, was actually just because the microphone that they shipped with the game was really bad. So like if you find some way to play the game with like a different microphone, it actually works really well. Young Waker of the Winds, allow me to aid you in your quest. More arrows. Good evening. Letters for you? We have one. Here it is. To my son's superior. Thank you very much for looking after my boy. This isn't much, but I hope you'll accept it all the same. I politely request your continued kindness towards my son. Ooh, nice. That's kind of funny, but also kind of sad. Okay. I'm looking for something that looks a bit like a squiggly rock. Also, I think this might be the other fairy fountain that I never opened. Or rather, that I couldn't open previously. I think this is where the Triforce piece is. We'll just do a little sneaky past Great Fish Isle. I really like saying doing a sneaky. I know that like doing a mischief is the thing that people say in Australia. But like without really being aware of that, at one point I just started saying I'm gonna do a sneaky. And I thought it was cute, so I kept doing it. Foxes are sneaky? Exactly. Well, you said foxes are the sneak, but basically it's the same thing. Very sneaky. You'd never see me coming. I can smell the cutlery from here. Triforce Shard. Now you only need 4 more. Okay, looks kind of broken up. Oh, that's literally it right there. Okay. I think we can squeeze that in before the end of the night. I think at least one of the Triforce pieces I need the hookshot for. So after this, I'm going to go and do the Wind Temple. Plus, I think getting into the ghost ship requires the hookshot as well, if memory serves, so... Wind Temple definitely on the agenda. It is not just the map. You can't get onto the ghost ship without the map. If you try to go into it without the map, you just phase through it. Now you only need 3 more. We got a decent collection of Triforce pieces here. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it each and every time. Next scheduled stream is going to be on Sunday. It's probably going to be Pokemon Coliseum unless I can't get it to work, in which case it'll be something ad-libbed. The next time I'm going to be playing Pokemon? Next time I'm going to be playing Wind Waker is going to be on Monday. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I hope to see you again. Have a good night.